Little disclaimer, I'm not sponsored whatsoever by the company FLJ, but I just want to give you the review of the carbon fiber scooter S3 model from that particular company and my experience about the scooter after a mileage of approximately 350 kilometers. One of the things I didn't talk about in my previous review about 6 months ago is the front wheel suspension. At that moment I didn't have any experience of the other scooters that don't have this particular front wheel suspension, but in the meantime, if you are a YouTube subscriber, you've seen the review video of the scooter version number 1, and now I have means to compare. Now the previous review of version number 1, I made it in Thailand, and this is because I had to buy the scooter locally from one of the suppliers in Thailand because of time restrictions, and I wanted to buy actually that particular scooter right around the Chinese New Year, so there was no way for me to actually get this scooter in time, so I had to buy it locally. And I think it's a very big mistake of me to have bought it locally, because I bumped into many problems, and the main reason why I had problems is because of, first of all, the build quality. FLJ does make much better scooters than the one that I bought in Thailand, and the second reason is that the front suspension is absolutely necessary if you really want to, you know, not to put too much stress on the battery pack that is in the carbon fiber pole here. As you can see, the front suspension does take quite a lot of shocks, and especially if you're driving in small potholes or if you're driving on gravel, you absolutely need that little bit of a suspension to absorb the main shocks, so the battery is not getting too much of a stress during this during your drive. This is how it looks. The model here of version number 1, and you can actually see that the front light is different, and also the display is not built into the carbon fiber pole, so the display is over here with the new version, and the display is on a little display mounted on the front steering wheel on version number 1. One of the shortcomings on the S3 model, in my opinion, compared to the version number 1, is rather an aesthetic one, and it's about the display. So if you look at the display on this particular scooter, it's barely readable when it's very sunny. There's no backlight on the screen, so you tend to only see anything on there when you are driving somewhere in a region with a shadow, or you need to keep your hand on top of it and try to figure out what's on the display. A minor issue that I had with this particular scooter is the front light. Apparently they actually tightened these bolts just a little bit too much at the factory, and the light didn't turn on just by the button, because the button was actually pushing too close or too much against the carbon pole, and I had to unscrew about 1/4 or half a counterclockwise these particular bolts here to loosen the front light just a little bit, and it solved the issue of the front light. The folding mechanism, as I told you, is pretty good. It's just a matter of pulling the leveler here and lift it up just for a little bit, and then you just have to fold it, and it will click when it's folded down. So, and the weight of the carbon scooter is approximately maybe like 7.8 kilos, but you could also just carry it like this and walk with the scooter just like this, with the front wheel carrying the weight on the ground. Also, the version number 3 model comes with a little kickstand, so it's good to have this kickstand so you can just let it stand somewhere easily. You don't have to let it lay down all the time, or to find space where you can actually make it stand against the wall. Opening up is very easy. You just have to fold it and it clicks, and as it's clicked it means that now you are good to go. I could do a separate video about the batteries that is in there, but let me just basically explain you how the carbon fiber scooter works. The technology is pretty simple, but it is pretty genius. Inside the tube over here of the scooter itself, there are these 18650 batteries. These are exactly the same batteries they're using in the Tesla cars. This is the 10,400 milliamps per hour model, and let me just explain you that inside there are 28 of these batteries over here. Let me just show you how it works, and they put 4 of these batteries parallel, meaning that if you have 10,400 milliamps, one single battery is about 2,600 milliamps per hour. So they stack them up here, put them in series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and right on top you got the what they call the controller that is going to control the magnets in the front wheel of the scooter. And right on top you also have a BMS, which is the system to charge the batteries. Now, if you see these scooters for sale at, let's say, $250 US, $300 US, they probably have been saving on something, and the main thing they can save money on when they manufacture these scooters is this, batteries. So they probably end up putting batteries in there that does not have the power that they actually claim, and you will probably see this in the autonomy and the mileage that you will get from the scooter when you're going to use it. Also, you will also be affected, and you will also see that the roads that have a steep hill will become more difficult when you have low power batteries in the scooter itself. Just to let you know, I have been using this scooter. I've done some tests on how much distance I can drive on a single charge, and my personal weight is 70 kilos. I'm 71 kilo, and I am in a pretty hilly area. You can see actually on the background, that's where I live. I get about 24.6 kilometers out of one single charge. I'm pretty sure if you're basically driving in a very flat area, you will probably get, with my weight 71 kilos, probably you will get about 28, maybe 29 kilometers out of it. Now, it's not a very good idea to drive the scooter until it's completely flat, because these batteries' life cycle is gonna be, it's gonna suffer from it. If you go into the display of this particular scooter, if you go into the computer and you page through the different controls and the different displays, you will see something like voltage. And these batteries, these cells, they have a nominal voltage of 3.6 volts. So when you put them in series of 7, 3.6 volt equals 25 volts in total. So you get a 25 volt of nominal voltage for the scooter. But when they're fully charged up, you will see something like approximately 4.1, 4.2 volts. So you end up having about 29 volts maximum when it's fully charged. And when you get to the complete drainage of the batteries, the BMS will turn off the scooter when they get a voltage of around 3 volts per cell. And this is because when you actually discharge these batteries lower than 3 volts, you're going to damage the batteries. So that's why there is approximately 8 volts of difference between a fully charged carbon fiber scooter and a completely discharged fiber scooter, meaning that because of the voltage goes up and down, you will get a higher speed in the beginning and you start to lose a little bit of a speed. So the maximum speed I can get out of this one here on a flat surface with my weight is 25 kilometers an hour, and it drops gradually over time when I reach the mileage of 20 kilometers an hour to approximately 19 kilometers an hour. What I would love to see in the future versions of these scooters is a supplemental battery. So instead of 7, I would rather see 8 of them. For the simple reason that you will probably get a maximum speed of approximately maybe 26, 27, 28. So the maximum mileage, as I told you, that I've done here with this guy is 24.6 kilometers with my weight, and the average speed was exactly 20 kilometers an hour. So this is what you can expect from these scooters with a 10,400 milliamps per hour battery. Final thoughts of the scooter. I'm really happy with it. I think it's a good investment. The price is really good. If you look at the prices of batteries, the batteries that are in there, they really offer the scooter at a very reasonable price. The autonomy 25 kilometers is really good with my weight of 70 kilo, and the maximum speed 25 kilometers. Average speed is 20 kilometers per hour, so really good. Build quality is really good as well, except for the display. As I told you, it's the only main issue is just the backlight of the display that is insufficient to actually see it in sunny weather conditions. And you might have seen in the video, I put a little bell here. I bought the bell on AliExpress. It was something like 80 euros and less than €1. So I can alert people when I'm driving with the scooter now. I certainly recommend this scooter, and also I can recommend FLJ because now I have confidence in the quality and the build of the scooter from this particular manufacturers. As you might know or not know, there's many manufacturers, but lots of them are actually just trying to save pennies on build quality and also on batteries, or they put fake batteries in there in the scooters, so you really don't get the performance that they claim. So just be careful. And we'll see. I hope to make a new video very soon. Once I reach 1,000 or 1,500 kilometers, I'll make a new review. In case I get into problems, I'll make a review too. So I haven't been able to open up the scooter and see what's inside, as I haven't had any issues yet. So the day that I am going to get any problems, I will certainly open it up and make a video of what's inside as well. Thank you for tuning in. Please, if you don't mind, just subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate as more reviews gonna come from other stuff. And also give me some thumbs up, because this is just a private channel. I am not sponsored by whatsoever, so I'm just doing it for fun. Thank you, and see you soon again. Bye bye.